Welcome, friends. Join me tonight in a place of ancient wisdom, a sanctuary of forgotten lore. This is the study of the Margrave, a man who has devoted his life to unraveling the mysteries of time. The Margrave is a scholar, a hermeticist, a philosopher, and a guide. He invited us here to share his insights on the cycles of time, a concept that has fascinated humanity since the dawn of consciousness. The air here is thick with the scent of old paper and tobacco, the silence broken only by the ticking of an ornate clock on the mantelpiece. It is a place where time seems to stand still, yet paradoxically, it is also a place where the echoes of past, present, and future converge. Tonight we will delve into the heart of this paradox, guided by the Margrave's wisdom. We will explore the cyclical nature of time, its ebb and flow, its periods of growth and decay. We will learn from the ancient philosophers, from Plato to Plotinus, from Iamblichus to the mystics of forgotten ages. But most importantly, we will discover how these ancient truths can illuminate our own lives, helping us navigate the complexities of the modern world. So, settle in, my friends, and prepare to embark on a journey through the annals of time, a journey that promises to be both enlightening and transformative. The Margrave gestures towards a magnificent tapestry hanging on the wall. It depicts a grand cosmic dance, a swirling vortex of celestial bodies and ethereal beings. Time is not linear, but cyclical, began the Margrave. It is a tapestry woven from the threads of eternity, a grand symphony of creation and destruction, expansion and contraction. In the Neoplatonic tradition, time is not merely a measure of change, but a fundamental aspect of reality. It is the breath of the cosmos, the pulse of existence. Imagine, if you will, a great wheel, eternally turning. Each revolution of this wheel represents a cycle of time, a complete iteration of creation. Within this grand cycle, there are smaller cycles, nested within one another like Russian dolls. There are the cycles of day and night, the waxing and waning of the moon, the changing seasons, the rise and fall of civilizations. All of these cycles, from the smallest to the largest, are interconnected, reflecting the fundamental unity of all things. The Margrave paused, allowing his words to sink in. To understand time is to understand the interconnectedness of all things. It is to recognize that we are not isolated beings, but integral threads in the grand tapestry of existence. The Margrave stood by a shelf lined with ancient texts. He ran his fingers across their spines, each book a testament to the enduring power of human curiosity. The ancients understood these cycles deeply, he said. They saw them reflected in the heavens, in the seasons, in the very rhythm of life itself. Plato, the father of Western philosophy, believed in a cyclical model of the universe. He envisioned a cosmos that undergoes periodic cycles of creation and destruction, each cycle mirroring the one before it. Plotinus, the founder of Neoplatonism, expanded on Plato's ideas, describing a universe emanating from the one, the ultimate source of all things. Iamblichus, a later Neoplatonist, further developed the concept of emanation, describing a hierarchy of beings descending from the one. Each level of this hierarchy, from the highest realms of pure spirit to the material world we inhabit, participates in the grand cycles of time. These ancient thinkers recognized that time is not an enemy to be feared, but a force to be understood and harnessed. By aligning ourselves with the natural rhythms of the cosmos, we can tap into a deeper wisdom, a timeless truth that transcends the limitations of our mortal existence. The Margrave directs our attention to old maps of the world, the surfaces covered in forgotten names. Just as there are cycles within the natural world, so too are there cycles within history, he said, tracing his fingers across the maps, highlighting the rise and fall of empires, the ebb and flow of civilizations. Each age has its own unique character, its own triumphs and failures. Civilizations rise, flourish, and eventually decline, making way for new ones to emerge. There is a concept known as the Great Winnowing, a period of upheaval and transformation that marks the end of an age. These periods are characterized by widespread change, often accompanied by social unrest, natural disasters, and spiritual crisis. It is during these times that the old order crumbles, making way for the new. This may explain the existence of ancient structures, like the pyramids, which seem out of place in their historical context. But these endings are not to be feared. They are simply part of the natural order of things, a necessary part of the cycle of renewal and rebirth. Just as winter gives way to spring, so too do periods of darkness and decline pave the way for new beginnings. The Margrave paused for a moment, his eyes glancing across forgotten names marked in ancient languages on the maps. Within this grand cosmic dance, each of us plays a vital role, each thread an integral part, he said. He proceeded to speak of the soul's journey, its descent from the realm of pure spirit into the material world. We are not merely physical beings, he explained, but spiritual beings having a human experience. Our souls, sparks of the divine, carry within them the memory of their celestial origin. The purpose of life, according to the Neoplatonists, is to purify our souls, to shed the layers of illusion and ignorance that separate us from the One. This process of purification is a journey through the cycles of time, a process of learning and growth, of trial and error. Each lifetime, the Margrave continued, offers us an opportunity to evolve, to learn from our mistakes, and to draw closer to the divine source from which we came. Death itself is not the end, but merely a transition, a return to the spiritual realm from which we came. And so, the Margrave concluded. The cycle continues, death leading to rebirth, loss paving the way for new beginnings. The tapestry of time is woven from the threads of our individual journeys, each life a unique and irreplaceable contribution to the grand cosmic design. Understanding these cycles can provide us with a sense of perspective, a framework for understanding the challenges we face. Life is full of ups and downs, periods of growth and periods of stagnation. Just as there are seasons in nature, so too are there seasons in our lives. There are times for planting, and times for harvesting, times for action, and times for reflection. By recognizing these cycles, we can learn to flow with them, to embrace the natural rhythms of life. We can learn to weather the storms and appreciate the moments of calm. Life is not meant to be easy, but it is through overcoming challenges that we grow stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. The Margrave's voice took on a more practical tone as he addressed the challenges of navigating life in the modern world, reminding us of the importance of developing resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity. My friends, I urge you to look for the cycles in your own lives. Observe the patterns, the repetitions, the lessons that keep recurring. What patterns do you see repeating themselves? What lessons have you learned, and what challenges continue to test you? The power to shape your destiny lies within you. By understanding the cycles of time, you can harness their energy to create a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. The Margrave paused, fixing me with his piercing gaze, and in it, I saw a challenge, an invitation to apply these ancient truths to our own lives. He encourages us to reflect on our own experiences, to identify the cycles that have shaped our journeys. The Margrave's challenge is not merely an intellectual exercise, but a call to action. He urges us to use this understanding of cyclical time to make positive changes in our lives, to break free from negative patterns, and to align ourselves with our highest aspirations. As the evening drew to a close, a sense of gratitude washed over me. We have been privileged to spend this time in the Margrave's presence, to learn from his wisdom, to glimpse the workings of the cosmos through his eyes. The Margrave's teachings are not confined to the walls of his study. They are timeless truths, passed down through generations, carried within the hearts and minds of those who seek to understand the deeper mysteries of existence. His legacy is not one of material possessions, but of knowledge, wisdom, and inspiration. It is a legacy that lives on in the lives of those he has touched, a legacy that continues to inspire and uplift generations to come. As we take our leave of the Margrave's study, we carry with us a renewed sense of wonder and possibility. We have been reminded that we are part of something much greater than ourselves, a grand cosmic dance that has been unfolding for eons. The cycles of time, once a source of mystery and apprehension, now appear as a source of comfort and guidance. We are no longer adrift in a sea of chaos, but rather, we are active participants in an unfolding story, a story that is both ancient and eternally new. And so, we step out into the night, our hearts and minds ablaze with the Margrave's wisdom. The journey continues, the dance goes on, and we, the inheritors of an ancient legacy, embrace the cycles of time, ready to face whatever the future may hold.